I'm Bet from Bet's Makes, and today we're going to do something very simple, and that is we're going to cut out some wood letters. So you will get some little wood letters such as our Q or our G, a whole variety of them, and it's going to be such a simple process of what we're going to work on today, and with no demo needed, but I want to take you through the whole process of exactly what you need to do. So let's get started with this project. We're going to start with a new project, and I'm just going to replace those words. I don't need those anymore. We need to upload the file. So we're going to click on Upload Image. I have mine all set here, and it's called Cut Wood Letters. And you will find that in my resource library, and you will find the asset number below this video. Now, these are letters that have already been pre-done for you in order to cut out exactly what you want. So I'm going to start by ungrouping these, and I will just move them out of the way because I'm just going to pull on ones that I want to use. For example, I'm going to put my name, so I'm just going to duplicate this one. I need the B, just pull it over. I need the E, I'm going to duplicate that one. And I need a T. I'm going to duplicate that one. And then of course I've got another T, so I will duplicate that. And another E, I will duplicate that. So that is all there is to it. So what you want to be able to do is take these and kind of align them to the top. And you're also going to spread them out, but you want to distribute them sideways. So you want them horizontally distributed, and then you get an even distribution. So that is one of the keys of putting these together, is that the letters are going to cut out as one piece just the way they are. Now you can make a number of sayings or things that you want using these letters because they come out perfectly when you cut them with balsa wood or acrylic or anything else. I quite often use craft paper to cut these out instead of wood, but you can use wood. So now we're done with our alphabet over here. I just want to keep it together here, and the reason I had to ungroup is so I could duplicate them, but now I can group them back up again, and with that group I can just come over here to the layers panel and hide it because I really don't want to cut it. So I'm going to save this project, and I'm just going to call it Wood Letters. And then we're going to come over and we are going to go over to our match. I'm just going to click on Make It, and look what I did. Look at that. It came out just exactly the way I want. It doesn't matter how it cuts. I didn't need to attach it so it came in the same order. It's just going to cut out this way. If I wanted to keep them in the same order, I could come back here, I could highlight them all, make sure they are attached, even though I don't need to, and then come back here to make it, and then it should come out on the one mat. Now I know it's a dark mat, sometimes hard to see. So I want to continue here because the big discussion here is the kind of material that you want to use for cutting out your wood letters. Now you remember, when you're back in Design Space, you can also make the adjustment for the size of the letter that you're going to make. I just used a standard little 1-inch letter, but if you had something bigger that you wanted to cut out, you could adjust it right in Design Space. So I have Basswood already selected here as one of the items I could use to cut that out. That's a pretty thin letter. You could also have it cut out in a way for something a little bit different. Then you can try and test some of the other settings. I'm just going to put in wood here. So we have a natural wood veneer. You could cut them out of that, and I see that Cricut makes that one. But you also have a 132. 1/16 seems to be the thickest, but I have found that I have used a little thicker as well. And I just have it pass over a couple more times, so it'll actually cut out of a thicker wood. So that is all there is to doing the cutout with the wood. I will see you over at the demo table, and we'll put a little design together based on the letters that we have cut out. So we've cut out a bunch of letters, and of course the one that I had on the screen when we were doing using design spaces, I cut out my name, Bet, but there's also a couple of other things here. I cut these ones out of craft paper and these ones out of wood. So I have a lot of items here that I've cut out. And you know, there's just so much you can do with these. So let's start with my own. So you can actually glue these in place. These are beautiful little letters that you can glue in place that really make a nice little design. So I could do something like that. Let's move it over to the side. My name's a little longer than I had thought, so we could do it this way. Glue this on, and then once it's glued on, I can do different colors, or I can color them ahead of time. What I think I prefer to do is glue them on first, and then I can add some color. I've got gel pens, you can use markers. If you don't want to do them afterwards, just slide these off. There's a number of different things that you can use to color these. Now you can use different acrylic paints or whatever you really want to do with them and make those just gorgeous, or you can even draw little designs in them. So you could add little butterflies if you wanted to into the name, or just add little dots and really make it glamorous, and then add them to a card or add them to something else. I'm just going to do a few dots in this one. You could add stars, you can add little stickers to the top, but these are fun to put together. And then you can put some really personal images. Now these letters are about 1.5 inches long and about 1 inch wide, so you know what you have to work with. So I could start with the B here, and then I can fix all of these on there. Now with the wooden ones you can do the same. Now this is a very thin wood, but it is more than the recommended for what we use the Cricut for. So what I did was added some more passes to my knife to get a thicker piece, and of course they're more solid that way. So you could add, you know, a couple of things like this. I don't know if I have a K in here. Let's see. I could go bow, something to that effect. But these ones are where I cut them a little smaller because I figured that I would be able to use them for different things. So it's just a matter of your preference, what you want to do, how you want to decorate them. I'm just going to do the dots for this one, and then what we'll do is just glue these on, and then they can become part of a card that we're going to use that I cut on the Joy. And this is a koala bear one, and that koala bear one was from a project that you will find from Cricut Access in Design Space. You don't have to use that, but this is just an example of what you can do. This is the koala card, and what I'm going to do is put the white side in, and then I'm going to have the person's name on the back, and it's going to be a really cute little design. And you don't, dots are just one way to do it, but you can do a lot other things with it. You can actually add some of those quilling pieces to it as well. So if you have little leftover scraps, you can add some quilling pieces as well. So I'm just going to use a little tacky glue, and I'm just going to hit a couple of the edges here. Don't want to get too much glue, just so it stays in place. This tacky. And we'll just add it. I'm just going to do this one. So the beauty of this, it does give you a 3D effect, and if you wanted to, you could add those little foam pieces in behind as well. For me, I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue to the pieces. Let's get this. And this is going to be a cute little card by the time we're finished with it here. Nothing spectacular, but you know what? You can make them as spectacular as you like, because these wooden letters are so versatile. You can put them anywhere. You can put them in the garden. You can put them on signs. Whatever's going to work for you at the time. And I would suggest, you know, maybe trying a couple out. Use them in a shadow box. Use them to name on the door. You know, your kids love having their name on a door, but having little bits of wooden letters there is also fun to do. And the biggest thing is, you know, use your imagination. See what you can come up with. Just add these. And there we go. So I have used those. I'm going to move these wooden ones off to the side. So I'm going to take this, and remember this little koala design is from a Joy project and it has the little edges that you can put in. So what I want to do now is, because I've got the name here, I'm simply going to fit it into the little slots here, and then I'll have the card on one side and of course the name on the other, and I just want to go in that way. Okay, just turn it around. Should fit in there. There we go. That fits better. Then you just have to work them in, make sure everything fits okay. This one, of course I had a little boo-boo there. That's okay. All right. So this is the name on the other side. I'm going to have to put a little piece of tape right here. It was a little too thin on one edge, so I'm just going to add a little bit of tape right here just to make sure it stays together. And I don't need it very big, so what I'm going to do is just cut off a piece here. Trust me, when you're doing some of these, you're always going to run into an issue here and there with pieces of paper tearing, and just don't mind the little errors with it, but just look at the result. As you can see, you get a cute little result with the koalas here, and then I flip it over and I have the name on it. These would be great place cards for a party. Let's put that one in here. So there we have it, some cutout letters. This one happens to be with craft paper. We also have cutout letters with the wood as well, which are thicker and can go outside. So I hope you had a lot of fun with this. Just be very creative in what you provide and how you decorate things. Until next time, happy crafting.